Hello, princess. Welcome to another video. I am Nina, and today I want to talk about a topic that I am really passionate about, which is abundance. Abundance, and having a mindset of abundance. But while I get into that, I'm going to be doing a little bit of makeup. So chat with me. Okay, so I really believe in abundance as a mindset. It's changed my life. I have gone from supremely broke and devastated to feeling free and, really connected to the universe and everything that it has to offer. And the more I get into abundance, and it's like one word, but it's a whole rabbit hole. The more I get into it, the more I realize how much more there is to know. And the more excited I get about discovering this, overflow. So I'm basically sharing from my experience, from my passion, what abundance means to me, what it's meant in my life. And maybe, like other people have inspired me, maybe somebody will resonate with something that I say, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Okay. So I'm gonna just do some light makeup while we chat. So for me, before I could understand that and even grasp the concept of abundance, I had to realize what I was doing that was the opposite of abundance, or that was bringing me the opposite of the abundance that I knew I wanted. So, the very first thing that you need to come to terms with when you're getting into, excuse me, abundance mentality and mindset, you have to learn what the opposite is. What are you currently doing that's bringing you the results that make you feel like you're not abundant? You have to identify that first before you can change it. So, the main thing is realizing that we operate a lot from lack. We are conditioned to think that we lack, we don't have enough. You'll hear people saying, "Oh, I wish I could do this. Oh, if only. Oh, there's not enough time in the day. Where has all the time gone?" All of these little things are just a symptom of a mindset of lack. If you are always thinking from there's not enough, well, guess what? That's all you're going to experience in your reality. That's the only way that it can happen. So, how does the mindset of lack manifest itself? First, you don't um, look at the things that you already have, you focus on the things that you don't have a lot, all the time, almost exclusively. It's always, "Oh, I don't have this. If only I had that." You don't take time to really acknowledge how privileged you are to have certain things. I mean, for example, a simple, silly thing. If you're able to see this video, you have access to the internet. Do you know how many people do not have that access? How many people would consider that a luxury? You have access to technology. A lot of people don't have that. So you are already abundant, but you probably don't see yourself like that because you're more focused on the stuff that you don't have, and you're taking the things that you have for granted. So if you're doing that a lot in your life, best believe your mindset is a mindset of lack. Now, are there going to be times where you look around and you're like, "Oh, I really want this, I really need that"? Of course, you're human, you're supposed to evolve. But if you're spending, my rule of thumb is, if you're spending 51% of your waking life or of your time focused on one thing, you're more polarized towards that thing, which means more of that stuff is going to come through into your reality than the other stuff. Um, I'll give you an example. When I bought my first designer bag, I before I went into the store, I really didn't see these bags just everywhere. But the minute I stepped out of that store with my brand new bag, I started seeing all the other bags that I had seen in the store all over. Like, oh, I saw that bag. I really like that design. Oh, I saw that one as well. I like that color. Oh, look at that. That looks like my bag. Where were all these bags a week before that? You know? But because my mindset wasn't polarized towards seeing that, I wasn't necessarily looking for it, and I wasn't gonna find it because my mind didn't have that picture. So it's the same thing. If you're always looking for things that you don't have, oh, I don't have a brand new car, or I don't have a brand new house, or I don't have that, that's all that's gonna keep showing up. So change what you think about 51% of the time, and that's basically the key. We can end the video here. That's basically the key. 51%. So you focus on lack. That's number one. Two, you don't take time for yourself. Now, I'm a woman. Taking time for myself is very important. Putting on makeup, making sure my hair looks nice, making sure my outfit coordinates with my bag and my shoes. All of that stuff is really important for me. But, and I'm sure men have things that are important, to them. I don't really know what those things are because I'm not a man. But as a woman, happy International Women's Day, by the way. As a woman, it is so important to take time for yourself. Take a bubble bath, sit down, have a glass of wine, or have, a cup of tea to calm yourself down and just be by yourself and be into yourself. Take time to do your makeup, take time to get dressed. Have a day where you're just all about you, because you're sending the message to your mind, your body, to all your cells that, hey, you're important to me. You matter to me. If I can take time to look after other people, to look after my job, to look after my business, after my clients, I can take time to look after myself. I can take time to paint my nails. I can take time to, go get my facials done, or whatever you want to do. But you have to take time for yourself. If you don't, you're sending the message to your brain that you do not matter. There's not enough time in the day for you. Now, that becomes very detrimental to your mental health, because most of the mental health issues stem from not feeling worthy. And if you don't give yourself the message that you are worthy, you can't expect other people to give it to you. It's just, that's not how it works. You have to give yourself that validation. Nothing else matters. Okay, so if you are not taking time for yourself, you need to start doing that, even if it means a cup of tea. Have a cup of tea by yourself. Do something that you really love. Find some hobbies. Do something just for you, to get out of that lack mindset and mentality. So that's number two. And then it ties up into number three, which is you give your best to others. You don't give the best of what you have to yourself. And the reason you do that is because you want other people to give their best to you in exchange, which is a little bit manipulative. But we all do it. If I'm nice to you, you have to be nice to me. Okay, I mean, that's decent. But are you nice to yourself? Once again, you can't give quality to other people if you're not giving quality to yourself. It's not possible. Are you nice to yourself? Are you kind to yourself? Do you speak kindly to yourself or of yourself? If not, you can't expect it from other people. And the reason is people don't give us what we want or what we give them. They give us what we accept. So if you're used to accepting the worst, that's even people with the best intentions will eventually start giving you their worst because you accept it. You don't require anything better. So you have to elevate your mindset and start giving yourself the best treatment, period. I used to do this thing where if I say, I'm cooking and I dish up for somebody, or like there's somebody there and I dish up for the both of us, I would give the better looking plate to that person. Or, if you're picking a fruit, you give the better looking one to the other person. I would do that on a consistent basis. But I started noticing that was not happening in the reverse. No, that person was always picking the best for themselves. And I thought, okay, wait, let me give myself permission to actually give myself the best. And I started doing that. I would literally look and be like, okay, this one looks better. I'm going to have this one. Or this one looks, more full. I'm going to have that one. I literally started doing that. And guess what? People give me the best of what's on offer because they see me doing it for myself and they're like, oh, okay, that's what she likes. So if you're giving yourself the worst and expecting people to give you the best, you're not even ready for the best. You're not training yourself every day to get used to the best. How are you going to know how to handle it when somebody else gives it to you? That's not possible. And once again, your whole vibration doesn't say, hey, give me the best because I'm used to it. It's more desperation and manipulation. I gave you the best. You need to give me the best. That's not how it works with people. And that's not how it works with abundance in general. So if you want to get rid of the lack that you experience in your life, you need to get rid of these 3 things. Stop doing these 3 things. Stop focusing on lack and taking what you have for granted. Stop, skimming out on yourself, taking time for yourself. And stop giving people the best because you want them to give you the best. Stop that. Cut that out. Stop it today. Do the opposite. And the opposite just happens to be the abundance mindset. So what is the abundance mindset? I'll give you a quick example before I break down how you can, put it in or implement it into your life. Abundance, if you go outside and you look at a tree, one tree, okay? Go look at a nice, full, lush tree. Even though now, well, in the southern hemisphere, it's almost autumn or we're moving into autumn, the leaves are starting to yellow and they are going to start falling. Wherever you are in the world, the tree might not be full right now. But if there is a full tree wherever you are, just go outside and look at a tree. Try and count the leaves of that tree. Just by standing there, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And before long, you're going to realize that there is an abundance of leaves on that one tree. If you go to the mirror and you try and count the strands of your hair, pretty soon you'll realize that there's an abundance of hair in your head. If you look at all our fingerprints, even if you just look at your own fingerprints, you can see by the fact that there's no 2 fingerprints that are the same, you can see that there's an abundance of creativity in our reality. Even our fingerprints, something so simple, even our fingerprints aren't the same. None of them. And ours aren't the same. You know what I mean? So that's what abundance means. Abundance is reality. And reality is there's enough for everybody. More than enough. More than we can stand, basically. That's what abundance means. That's what it means to me. That's what I found it to mean to me. So it's almost like when a person says, oh, there's not enough, somebody with an abundance mindset can be so confused. I mean, we've all had a lack mindset, so we understand. But it's almost like you believing that if I breathe in at the same time that you breathe in, we're not going to have enough oxygen between the 2 of us. That's ridiculous. The whole world could breathe in at the same time and there would still be more oxygen than we would know what to do. That's reality. That's abundance. So if somebody's like, please don't breathe, I won't have enough air to breathe, you'll look at them like, are you crazy? But that's kind of like what you sound like when you say, oh, there's not enough to go around. It's like, are you sure we're on the same planet? So, how do you manifest abundance in your life? You have to develop the mindset of abundance. Remember the analogy about the bag? If you don't know what it looks like, you're not going to see it, and it's always there. If you don't know what it looks like, you're not going to see it, and it's always there. So you have to practice seeing abundance in your life every day. And you have to make that abundance come into your reality every day. So I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can do that. Number 1 is gratitude. You have to practice gratitude. That one hack, that's a life hack, that has changed my life. The minute I started every day going to bed and counting 10, only 10. I'm very like low effort. What can I do that's low effort and effective? That's what I'm gonna go lean towards. I'm very low effort. I count 10 things that I'm grateful for before I fall asleep. 10. That's it. And if it's the same stuff that I count every day, but as long as I feel that energy of, I'm so grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm so grateful I went to bed with food in my tummy. I'm so grateful I'm warm. I'm so grateful I have loving parents. I'm so grateful that I have such good taste in, whatever. Silly things, big things, little things. Oh, I'm so grateful for that slice of chocolate cake I had earlier today. It was so good. But as long as you feel really grateful and you see how, then you start seeing how good your life really is. Because there's lots of people that chocolate cake is the last thing in their reality. They're thinking about survival. Internet is the last thing on their minds. They have to feed themselves and their children. So you're lucky if you have 10, 15 minutes to just check out the internet and see what's going on over there. If you're able to learn, some people can't learn. That is something to be grateful for. I'm very grateful that I was able to learn how to be abundant. I pray about that every day. Thank you, God, that I have a mind that is able to learn and unlearn and relearn. Because now I know something that I didn't know before, and it has changed my whole reality. Find 10 things every day that you're grateful for. Silly things, big things, whatever. And I'm telling you, that on its own is going to change how you see your life. And that is going to give you the mentality of abundance. So focus 51% of your energy on gratitude, on things that you already have, on things that you may not have always had. For health in this time, if you are healthy, that is a very big thing to be grateful for, and that is abundance of health. That is, you are already abundant if you are healthy right now. Okay, so gratitude. Number 2 is self-care. Take care of yourself. Take time, have a pamper day where it's just all about you, or have an hour in the day where whether you exercise or you meditate or you journal or you sing or you dance or whatever it is that you do, have an hour or a day or a week or whatever. Take time for self-care. Take time for self-care. Once again, you're sending the message to yourself that you matter, and you're sending the message that there's enough time in the world for you. How powerful is that? You matter. You can take time for yourself. And you'll find that there's enough time. There is. Have a schedule, have a plan, be disciplined, but there's enough time. There's enough time. Definitely. So take time for yourself. And number 3 is give yourself the best. Then you will start expecting the best from yourself, from life. Okay. So, like I said, when I dish out now, if I'm, hosting or whatever, I mean, I'm not deliberately going to mess up people's plates and stuff like that. I'm not crazy. But I do pick the best for myself. And I believe that's something that everybody has to do. Take time to take the best for yourself. That sends a message, a subconscious message to you that you think you matter. And if you think you matter, then you're going to walk around kind of expecting people to hold you up to a certain level. But it's not going to be on an aggressive level. It's going to be on a subconscious level, communicated subconsciously to other people, and they're going to receive it as, oh, she deserves the best. We can see by the way that she treats herself, the way she carries herself. Now, if you show up like you don't care, people aren't going to suddenly treat you any differently than what they see you doing to yourself. It's human nature. We're not going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. So start holding yourself to higher esteem. Start expecting the best from yourself. Start giving the best to yourself. And then you'll start getting used to getting the best. And wherever you go, the best will just keep following you. It'll just keep coming to you. You won't be able to even escape it. I will go to the grocery store and I'll get the best treatment from everybody. The manager, the cashier, sometimes even other shoppers will be super kind and super sweet to me because I already walk around with that subconscious awareness of my value because I give it to myself. I don't wait for somebody else to say, you're valuable. No, I give that to myself. And how is that connected to abundance? It's a mindset. If you don't give yourself the best, you don't get the best. Then you start thinking this world is not good. There's not enough of the best for everybody. And that's not true. That's lack. When you realize that you deserve the best and you give yourself the best, then you realize, hey, there's enough for everybody to get the best. I don't have to sacrifice the best for myself so that somebody else can get the best. If I give myself the best, somebody else will also be like, hey, I also want to give myself the best. And they'll do that. And it's going to be a whole ripple effect. And eventually everybody's going to be giving themselves the best. And all that's going to be on offer is the best. That's it. And if I give myself the best, I can't help but give you the best, right? Because that's all I'm working with. I'm just working with the best. That's how I roll. That's who I am. And that's what abundance is. Being able to recognize that there's enough for everybody. Everybody. And that's basically what I wanted to share today. I really didn't want this video to be too long. And on top of that, my laptop is not charged. So my battery is also threatening. So if you want to add any comments, any questions before I go, we can do that, or you can leave them in the comments after the video is uploaded. After this live is ended, that's also okay. I'll come back and answer. But that's basically how I have been able to incorporate, and experience abundance in my life. Oh, that was so strong. Okay. And I hope the same for you. If you have any hacks and tips that work for you, manifesting abundance, manifesting the best life experience, please share them because we're on this mission. I'm on this mission. And I'd really love to connect with like-minded people. So please also add that in the comment. And please subscribe and like if you like the video, of course. And if you stayed till the end, you're a real one. And I will definitely see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves and abundance, abundance, abundance to you all. Okay, bye.